Hello and welcome to the 7th episode in my Tactics and Tips series. This video is going to cover some functionality which should help improve the flying experience for Star Citizen mouse users. If you are a mouse user, or still debating which control input you'd like to go with, or even perhaps just using a mouse until other control methods are developed further, then I hope you find this video useful. So, onto the video. What I wanted to share with you in this video is that there are two different control settings available when using a mouse to play. The first is the default setting, in which the ship will fly towards where the cursor is moved on the screen. This setting has a dead zone in the middle of the screen, which means that moving the cursor only within this area will not alter the direction that the ship is travelling. The second setting keeps the cursor locked dead center, and makes the ship behave more like the joystick and gamepad input methods. This means that any move you make with the mouse directly translates into movement, and there is no dead zone. To switch between these modes, press Ctrl and C on the keyboard as shown in the in-game hotkey display window. Admittedly, this can be a bit fiddly to do in the heat of combat when you're trying to control strafing and targeting with the same hand, but future customizable key bindings will solve this problem. So what is the benefit of having two control modes and switching between them? Well, the key is that the first mode is great for aiming, as gimbaled weapons will move and aim at the cursor. With regards to aiming gimbaled weapons, this is currently the most superior input method of them all at the time of this video's publication. However, this control setting leaves the pilot unable to control the ship effectively. Performing sharp turns, or hard vector changes, is difficult, and the dead zone means that small course corrections are hard to pull off. Overall, pilots, especially those new to the game, often complain about ending up in a cycle of swinging the cursor from side to side of the screen to get the ship flying where they want to go. With the addition of fixed forward weapons, the lack of being able to do small course corrections in this setting also makes it impossible to use such weapons with this mode. The second setting is the complete opposite in every way to the first one. The fact that any movement of the mouse results in a course correction means that the ship can be controlled much more precisely. The ship will be much more responsive and allow the player to aim with fixed weapons. Additionally, because you have a much greater control over your ship, you will really feel the physics of space more, which is much more immersive. However, this mode will mean that gimbaled weapons stay fixed dead center, like a joystick currently. The best mouse pilots will switch between these modes on the fly, depending on their situation. When I've played with the mouse, I like to fly with setting 2, then use setting 1 when I'm in decoupled mode, so most concerned with aiming. Of course, if your ship only has class 1 weapons, then there isn't any need to switch from setting 2. That's it for this video, and I hope you found it useful. I know some joystick users may have some strong comments about mouse play, so if you are a stick user, it would be awesome to hear your opinions on: do you think this is a good setup for mouse users? Would you change this in any way, and if so, why? Do you think this design can be used as inspiration to improve joystick or gamepad input in any way? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this is only my 14th video, so I'm still eager for feedback on video quality if you have any, so that I can always improve on these. Thanks for watching, Ginger signing off.